Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back for another weekly update, and it's a new set. Believe it or not, I apologize first of all for not having a video last week. Very good reasons for that. And what you see behind me is kind of the big reason. We have moved, and therefore the worldwide headquarters of Stitching Jules Design has moved as well. And so we are now living in a smaller place. Definitely have simplified our life. And anyway, I could go into a lot of detail, but I'm not going to about that. But let's just say that we're happy with where we are and really like it. And I'm looking forward to, I've got like a dedicated room again for my office. It's a pretty decent sized room. I still need to kind of finish cleaning up. I've got some stuff stacked around the edges and whatnot. Got a big old thing got a cowlick back here. And I'm gonna put stuff up on the back wall here, some of my finished works and whatnot. But yeah, we moved. So that was kind of why we did. I mean, my husband is amazing. He pretty much did virtually all of it by himself. And I'll get into that when I'm done. Let's talk about cross stitch stuff first. So as you can imagine, not a lot of cross stitch got stitched this week or the last 2 weeks. The one exception is I redid my Welcome to Colorful Colorado pattern, and I wish I could find, I had it yesterday. I had the smaller version of Welcome to Colorado, and it's the welcome sign when you drive into Colorado from wherever you're driving, and it's kind of a funny, ironic sign, but this is the new version. I stitched this one on, is this 14 or 18? I almost think this is 14, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I'm just happier with this version compared to the other one. I just kind of redid the lettering a little bit. Just makes it look better. I had gone over to Stitching Shop here in Denver and talked with Christine and took over some of my finished stuff. Anyway, I'm trying to get some more, kind of like I did last year where I got some Colorado themed cross stitch stuff. Trying to get that done as well. Some more, smaller patterns and whatnot. So I'll have some stuff over there soon. All the bike, we're actually right off like a big bike path, so there's all these bike riders going by all the time. But anyway, yeah. So I kind of did that right before we started with all the move stuff. So I still need to kind of get my head wrapped around sort of like the goals, the stitching goals and all that, because I literally just kind of, I think last night for the first time, had this office set up enough that I actually got some stitching done. And one of the things that I actually worked on very briefly, and you can't even tell what this is, I did it like a little new start. So I'm trying to stitch some of these mini pieces that I have for like mini Colorado stuff. So I'm gonna sprinkle those in. Oh my god, it's so cute. There's like a hound mix, and then there's like a Wiesla mix. I'm gonna get distracted all the time looking at all the pretty dogs walking by too. But I'll put a picture up of this. The Brown Hotel, no, Brown Palace Hotel. Brown Palace, I think. It's an old, it's a 100-plus-year-old building, basically, in downtown Denver. It's been renovated a number of times and redone. And so I took like a vintage picture and made sort of a mini Colorado pattern out of it. So I want to work on that one. I want to do the mini Red Rocks, not Red Rocks, the mini Garden of the Gods. And still working on the black and white, more spooky Halloween type thing with my old Salem apothecary shop. So I gotta get back to stitching on that. But I'm trying to get a routine of like this. I have a more, I'm definitely back into a routine now. We're gonna get into health stuff here soon too, but for like the last 6 weeks, it was just, honestly, it's like every other day it felt like I had something that I had to go to with health and whatnot. So yeah, so I can get into routine is important. So this morning what I did was after I got up, took the dogs for a walk, is spent a solid 2 hour block of time working on pattern design. And there are days where I spend the entire day working on pattern design, but I think if I can dedicate like a good, even just if it's just 3 days a week of pattern design, I can get stuff done pretty quickly depending upon what it is. So I actually, I have 5 different patterns that I'm now submitting that to Daphne, that hopefully, I know she's she's gonna be flooded here, but that we're gonna be hopefully releasing here really soon. And so I wanted to go over those real quick. So the new monochrome pieces, there's one called Garden Woman. I couldn't come up with a good name for it. It was like Woman with Vines, or I just couldn't come up with a, I mean, I'm not good at naming cross stitch patterns. I just can't do it. But it's a monochrome pattern, and I just really like the look of it. And it's one of those things where pick your color of fabric, pick your hand-dyed mixed blended color of fabric, and it's gonna look awesome on this, I think. And so, but you're only using one color of floss. So what else did I do? I got another breed out. I got a Yorkshire Terrier out to go with that Great Dane from last week, and the Great Dane and the Mini Great Dane are going to be coming out real soon here, so that's good. So there's that. So yeah, got the Yorkie. Sorry, I'm just looking here. Ballet shoes is one that I've recently put out, and ballet shoes is, I'm trying to think. It's more of it's almost a mini, I think. I think it's only like about 5,000 or 6,000 stitches or so. So it's a pretty small monochrome to do. The Yorkie, I think, is more of a medium, and the Garden Woman is kind of a larger medium, basically. So, and then there's some colorful stuff. I got one that's kind of like a travel poster, and I think I actually took it from a travel poster. It's called Mount Fuji in Japan, and there's one that's a larger full coverage color piece, and then I also made a mini version of it, which is like, I want to say it's like 100 by 100 or something. It's just definitely a lot smaller. So so there's that. So that's 5. I got 5 done this morning, which I'd been sitting on them for a while. So there was a little bit of a backlog that I still need to kind of get out there. But yeah, if I feel like I can devote time, if I can just figure out a schedule where I can devote time, I'm still doing some work. I'm just not working as much as I was. Kind of cut back on that a little bit, but yeah, so there's that. Pretty excited to actually be getting back into doing all of this. And so I need to, again, take a fresh look at everything I have on the stores, and as well as the just everything that I'm doing. Let's just say everything I'm doing is a fresh start. Fresh start. What else can I talk about? So, yeah, I think that's it for cross stitch stuff. I'm just looking. I'm gonna have to have a more in-depth cross stitch video. So as far as me stitching on like old world map and all that stuff, I'm way behind now. Absolutely way behind. I did not anticipate moving even a couple months ago, but it was an opportunity. We made our choice. We did it. We're good, and so it's good. But now I'm like way behind. So I definitely have time to stitch. I will have more time to stitch. I'm hoping that I can convert some of these stitching sessions I'm doing into, maybe some more Stitch With Me videos. I've got to get a set up here to where it'd be easy for me to be able to record doing that. So that can be another to-do on my list. So what else? So yeah, football season started. Yay! I'm so excited. Lots of football watching this last weekend, last couple days. So we're good there. If I look tired, I'm not. I was just looking at myself and I'm like, I look like I'm tired. And maybe I'm a little tired, but I'm not as tired as my husband was. I gotta tell you, he was such just a machine, basically, getting everything done. we haven't moved that far away from, we stayed pretty close to where we used to live. So thankfully that helped a lot, but he definitely was helpful. What am I talking about? He's the one who pretty much did it. I would have never been able to do it if I was by myself. It would have taken me a month to move everything. I probably would have just grabbed what I wanted and then just left everything else and didn't bother with it. But no, he did so great. He's done so wonderful. And so yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I got all kinds of things running through my head right now. Oh yeah, so the reason why I wasn't as involved. So health-wise, well, let's see. Aside from everything else that's been going on, I actually dropped part of a desk onto my toes, my right toes, which my poor right foot has been beaten up so much the last, month or so, and then now with the swelling, and then the last week or so, I had a split in the bottom of my foot that ended up becoming quite uncomfortable for a while. And then at the height of its uncomfortableness, I dropped part of a very heavy part of a desk onto my toes. And thankfully I did not break anything. I thought for sure that I had broken the tip of the toe, and it's possible. But even as now, as I'm kind of maneuvering the toes, I don't think it was. I think it was just badly bruised. So I really looked out there, because that would have been very easy for me to do at that time. And that pretty much was what kind of knocked me out of the rest of the move. For one, because I had to ice my foot right away and get it to not swell so much. But my husband was like, you're very accident prone doing this, go sit down. And so I did. So there's that. Health wise, so we pretty much have a very firm handle now on what's going on. And I'm trying to think of how I can put this. So functionally, my heart is doing really well. Function wise, things are moving through the way that they should. I definitely have some potential issues with cholesterol and whatnot, and ischemia in my heart, and it seems like it's more microvascular than like the big coronary arteries, and that's supposedly pretty common with women too. So there's that. And trying to think of what else. We went to the vascular specialist and had them look at my leg veins, because I've been having swelling issues honestly since before my back fusion surgery in February. And we discovered that I have what do you call it, venous insufficiency, pretty bad venous insufficiency of my superficial leg veins. I mean, I may have mentioned this last time, but it was no, actually, I think the visit was after my last video, but it was they check how they put the ultrasound probe on your leg and find a vein, and then they hold off the blood on one side and they let it kind of see how long it takes to go down. And if it's slow, then you have congestion and your veins are not pushing blood through the way that they should. And anything below half a second for fill time is normal, and I was at 4 seconds, so I was definitely not at good stuff. So that's unfortunate. So I am likely going to have a procedure done in December. We unfortunately have to wait 3 months or something from the initial diagnosis. Theoretically try various conservative therapies, which I've already been doing, but insurance will not cover something unless you've had 3 months of some kind of mitigation. So I think it's December, first week or so of December is when I have all my procedure. And I think they just basically kind of snake, they'll go in through one of your veins or whatever, and they'll just kind of go in and they'll kind of either burn it or freeze it or do something to just basically knock those veins out. So your body will sort of shunt blood to other areas to pull it back, to your heart. and grow new veins and I don't know, all kinds of things. So that will help a lot with just the general swelling that I'm having in my legs, and it should knock out the pain that I'm having as well. So it's hard. I want to work, and I want to work hard, and I want to work out, and my legs are just so achy. And I finally got these new prescription thigh high, like they go all the way up the leg, compression socks that are pretty decently, like it's pretty good compression. And I'm wearing them right now, so it's my second day of wearing them. Yesterday was very weird. Today I'm getting used to them. It's going to be easier to wear them now that it's getting cooler. If I had to wear these during the summer, I would have very much been unhappy. And but they're designed to basically just kind of help the veins push the blood back up into the upper part of my body. And I need to do more exercises, and I need to walk, which good thing is that I'm going to be consistently more home, and it is very straightforward and easy for me to take the dogs out where we're at right now compared to before. I don't even know how to say it, but let's just say here, I feel like I can get out a lot better, a lot easier. And we don't have any stairs. We had a quad level with 3 big staircases in the house, and no stairs anymore, guys. I am so excited about no stairs. But I need to get. I've gotten so weak. I gotta get stronger. I've got to lose some pounds because I'm just carrying around way too much weight. It's not good for anything for me, and especially going forward, the less my heart has to do, the better. So, to summarize, like the health issues, I had a TIA. That was sort of the beginning of the panic phase of checking out my health about a month ago, 6 weeks ago. So I had a TIA. I had all kinds of testing of my heart and my veins and my arteries and everything. And luckily for me, despite the fact that I have some very strong tendencies towards heart problems, heart disease, cholesterol, blah, blah, blah. Despite that, I have not had anything major happen, and I'm at a point where we can still make a big change, make a big preventative change in my long-term health. So this was another one of those like warning episodes, kind of like the ones that I had a couple of years ago. And we're definitely on the right track as far as treatment is concerned, but I need to pull harder on my end in terms of getting the weight off, getting stronger, getting more fit. And so, I see what I have to do. I know what I have to do. I have to do it. I just have to do it. So, but the back is great. Back got cleared, completely cleared, which is fantastic. So I just kind of have to really for 3 months, a little under 3 months now, deal with the swelling, the pain in the feet and the legs. Wearing the compression socks every day will help. They're really compression tights at this point. They're better now that they go up above the knee. It definitely feels better, but I just gotta keep working. So goals for this week, stitching goals. I gotta get more work done on Apothecary Shop, and then I need to revisit all the large projects that I have been kind of putting aside for a little bit, and kind of spend more time sort of making up some of the stitching time that I lost over this last month or so during craziness. So we have about, since it's 9/11 today, so we have roughly a month until we're going to be in Florida and seeing my husband's parents, and we're going to have a blast when we're there. That's going to be fun. And there's just a lot going on right now, but a lot less than there was, and the stuff that's going on now I feel like is really good, and I just need to stay the course, get a good routine, and start really putting in some hard work. And when I say work, work to me is not a 4-letter word. Work is fun. You know, like if I say it's work, it's really fun. So a ton more patterns to come out. Hopefully a ton more videos beyond just something like this. It's a smaller area. The room is lighter, and it's funny, the wall color is almost the same. It's a little bit darker than back at the house, but it's pretty close. Get something set up to where I have better lighting, and pull out my old webcam things that I had that hopefully can help me do some more videos, you know, stitching and whatnot. So, but that's the goal, and that's where I'm going to leave it here. So yeah, there we go. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Happy stitching, and I will see you all soon.